my favorite friend. So my name is Kelly, and this is Anita, and more importantly, this is Fernando.
Fernando!
Do you guys have an idea of what kind of animal this is?
He looks like an aardvark.
A little bit like an aardvark?
I gotta see him.
Yeah, he'll come out soon.
Fernando is his name?
Fernando, yeah, we call him Fern for short.
Mama, you got a friend. His name is Fernando. Yeah? You hear that? They're gonna bring him up, okay?
So he's slowly making his way out. So he is a nocturnal animal, so they typically come out at nighttime. So we went in and said hello and wanted to see if he wanted to come out, and he did. But sometimes being a little sleepy takes a little longer to get rolling. So Anita here is offering him some nice yummy worms. Let's see. Okay, so now that he's out, I know he's still a little hard to see. Any guesses? So we heard aardvark. Looks a little like an aardvark. Weird animal, right?
The tongue is funny.
Nice long tongue.
Oh no, he's a sloth. Looks like a sloth.
A little bit, and I'll get to that in a minute. That's a good guess.
Yeah.
So he is what is called a tamandua, or you may have heard tamandua, but in more common language, it's lesser anteater. We don't like lesser because we don't think any less of him. He's just smaller than his cousin, which would be the giant anteater, which is much larger than he is. But being a tamandua, these guys, they live down in South America, Central America, and they live in the rainforests there.
Peru.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where I'm from.
Yep.
Yes.
Have you seen these guys?
I've seen them.
Yep. So these guys, they're pretty awesome animals. So they have a lot of adaptation.
Gosh, he's big though.
For living in those rainforests. So the giant anteater, who's like the cousin, they live down on the ground. They don't climb up the trees. They don't do that.
He's by himself.
These guys, yep.
This is his favorite way to eat.
I know, we love doing this.
Dump it in the mouth.
Easiest way to feed. But so these guys, they live up in the trees. So you can see with his small body, and you'll see with his feet and his tail, if you guys watch. So it's actually prehensile, which means it's grasping.
Yeah.
So he can wrap it around the tree branches to help him keep his balance. If he's trying to get to maybe some ants or something that's just a little bit too far out, he can use that tail to
hold him.
Yeah, to help him get out a little bit further. Because
He's
living
making
up in
a
the
mess.
trees, you can only go as far as those tree branches are going to hold you. So, so it helps him out. And if you watch how he walks, on those front feet, he actually walks on the sides of those feet because you see that giant claw that he has. If he were to walk like most animals with the feet forward, he could actually puncture his foot. So he doesn't want to do that. So he has pads on the sides of his feet, and they walk like that.
Oh, okay.
And so being an anteater, they like termites. So these guys have those giant claws on the front of their feet to help rip open those termite mounds, the bark on trees, pretty much anything they can to get to those yummy insects.
What is he eating right now? Worms?
Right now, so he's eating mealworms and waxworms.
Wow.
So mealworms, yeah. So it's a lot of the same kind of like mealworms are things that you feed to a lot of different reptiles that you may have at home, things like that. You guys really love their insects. That's 99% of their diet. They're pretty much eating all insects. They will get a little bit extra in their like dirt and things when they're eating, but that's not their. The insects are their main diet. And if you watch his tongue as he's eating, it's actually about a 14 to 16 inch tongue.
Let's show you the extent of it.
No way. In that little thing?
Yeah. Oh, this is nothing for him.
Yeah. So this is just a little glimpse of that tongue.
See how long?
Oh my goodness.
He's like, wait, turn it upside down.
But he likes
I'm
to
not going to use
cheat.
my tongue.
He's like, let me cheat.
You can see it definitely hits the bottom there, and it could go a little bit further. So yeah.
And if you look, so the bugs, if you see, they're not. Obviously, he's just pouring them into his mouth. But his mouth only opens maybe the width of your pinky finger. It doesn't open very wide. So that tongue is super duper sticky. So their saliva, it almost reminds me like hair gel or something. You get on your hands and it's just real sticky. And so you can see on this tube you can see all that slime in there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's his saliva. So that helps when he sticks that tongue into an ant or termite mound. It sticks to them and it helps pull them out.
He's smart,
You
man.
tell
Look
them
at-
the one thing about Fernando that sets him apart from our other tarantulas.